Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about a new storm in P2P crowdfunding industry. Why I call it a storm? The kind of methodology they are following is going to harm the conventional method of crowdfunding industry. So the name of the company is Real50 Group Crowdfunding. And as per my research on Real50, I found it interesting and authentic. Why? Let's start the operation Real50. Background of the company and people behind it. Mr. Pao is the people behind this concept. I found his LinkedIn profile and Facebook profile. You can also check it out. I have cross-checked other people behind the Real 50 and I found them diversified, which is really good as a new startup. And I found some reviews of the real50.com and founder interview on a MLM review and news website. You can also find, I found it on reviewify.com. You can also check, this is the interview snap. This is the rating of the company. You can check it out. They give almost 5-star rating to real50.com. Now let's talk about the platform and website. I found it world class, reason being the kind of information and flow they have on the website. Anybody who is even new to the industry, they can find each and all information on the website related to plan, how it works, each and everything. They have even a presentation also on the website. You can download it. Generally, in a MLM website, we don't see all those things. Reason being because most of the company wants us to be confused. They don't want us to know all the knowledge. But with Real 50 is different because they are transparent. So each and everything you can go through on the website, and it also shows the experience and sincerity of the people behind the concept. Each and every process on the website is so genuine and authentic. Here is the snap of front page. Here is the snap of registration page. Now let's talk about the joining process. So to join Real50, what you need is an email ID, a mobile number, a campaign ID, and license fee. One interesting point is here also like campaign ID. I never seen anything like this. Campaign ID is something which is not related to the person. Generally, we see a sponsor ID as a person which represent a person, but campaign ID represent the cause of that person, the campaign he's creating, why he need money. So that's also an authentic move from the company. Another thing, we need a license key of $10 which we can buy it using credit debit card or Bitcoin. So that's also an authentic move from the company by implementing the international debit and credit card payment. It shows that company has bank account number, company has and company behind it, because you cannot collect any payment by credit card if you don't have any bank account number or company registration. So that's also a positive point. So after successful registration, in order to complete your steps like bank account number, Bitcoin, other payment information, but the most important thing, bank account. Everybody need to have a bank account number. Otherwise, you cannot complete your registration with real50.com. So that's also authentic. It shows authenticity because bank account you cannot fake. A user can have multiple single bank account number in multiple campaign, but you cannot join without bank account number. Yes, you can have other option like Bitcoin, UPI, PayPal, Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay. So there are n number of options, and they are keep adding more options as per the country requirement. So that's also a good thing. They have multiple options, but they are following the bank account number is compulsory. Another thing, we have to complete our social chat IDs like Facebook, Skype, Telegram to make communication between the users. After completing the registration process, you will be in your dashboard. If you are not in a queue, queue means if there is another person in the process of the donation in the same campaign, so you need to wait until he don't complete the donation. The moment he complete the donation, you will get your donation link. So if you are not in a queue, you will go into your dashboard and you will see your two donation links. So that depends on which campaign you are joining. They have from $25 to $1,000. So if you are joining $1,000 group, you will get $500 to donation. Otherwise, you will get according to the group. So we are taking example of $250 group. So if you are joining with $250 group, you will get $125 of two donation link. So you will get time of 24 hours to complete your donation. If you have any issue sending donation, you can cancel it one time only. So the moment you cancel it, you will get another 24 hours of time. So that it's a good option if you are traveling, if you don't have time, if you have any issue, so you can cancel it for next 24 hours. But you have to complete in next 24 hours to retain your license key and account number. Now let's talk about the plan. So as I said earlier, you will get two donation link of $125 each. One is your sponsors, the person who brought you in the system. Another one is above your sponsor. It can be anyone. So the moment you join, you have to send $125 to your sponsor and $125 to the person above him. In the next step, you have to follow the concept. So you have to spread your cause in your circle, friend circle, social platform, anywhere, so that you can get to more people who can donate you for your cause. So let's take an example. Here is you, and you got Mr. A, and you got Mr. B. So Mr. A join your left, and Mr. B join your right. So now let's see how donation works. So the moment Mr. A join, what he will do, he will get two links. One is the person above you, it can be your sponsor or anybody, and another is yours. So he will send $125 to the person above you or your sponsor, and $125 to you. Same process B will also follow. He will send $125 to the person above you or your sponsor, and $125 to you. Now let's see how one cycle complete. So here's Mr. A and Mr. B, they already paid you. So now Mr. A is also following the same process. He also sponsored two people, A1. So the moment A1 came into the system, he will pay $125 to A and $125 to you. A2 also do the same thing. He will send you $125 and to A $125. B also following the same thing. He sponsored two people. So B1 send you $125 and B1 send B $125. B2 also follow the same thing. He will send you $125 and B $125. So now it's your cycle is complete. So what will happen? You will reopen again with your sponsor. So you will follow your sponsor wherever he is. So it's your sponsor. The moment you finish your one cycle, you will again reopen under him, either left or right. So again you will have to pay $125 to him and $125 the person above him. It can be anybody. Now let's suppose A also, your direct A also completed his cycle. So he A1, A2 already paid him, and A1 also start doing the same thing. He started two directs with A11. So the moment A11 come into the system, he will pay $125 to A and $125 to A1. Same A12 also do. He will send $125 to A and $125 to A1. Now A2 also did the same thing. He sponsored two people. So A21 will send you, Mr. A, $125 and to A2 $125. A22 also will follow the same thing. He will send A $125 and to A2 $125. So now Mr. A also completed his cycle. So he will follow you. So now let's see how it works. So it's you. Let's suppose you didn't complete anything. You are just broke your cycle and you join. There is nobody else under you. So where Mr. A will go? Mr. A will go in your left side, because there is nobody in the system right now under you. So he will follow the top to bottom and left to right rule. Now let's see how it works in another slide. So it's a Mobius loop concept. So what it do, it automate the process of joining and donation. So let's suppose Mr. A join here. If that space is already filled, so Mr. A will join your right side. So it's it's anti-clockwise cycle. So wherever Mr. A find the space, he will join in that space. Now let's see how can a person above you can help you. So here is you, is Mr. A and Mr. B. Let's suppose Mr. A didn't do anything. So and you got another person, Mr. C. So the moment Mr. C joined there, in the left side of Mr. A, he will pay $125 to A and $125 to you. Let's suppose you got another person, Mr. D. So the moment Mr. D joined, he will pay $125 to Mr. A and $125 to you. So what is happening here? Mr. A is not doing anything, but he is still getting donation because of your help. So you are indirectly helping Mr. A also, and you are also getting the donations. So that's the beauty of this concept. Anybody can get help from each other's work. Now let's see how can you get help from your person who is below you. So now let's suppose here is you sponsor Mr. A, and then you didn't do any other work. You didn't sponsor anybody else. And Mr. A start working so fast and he break his cycle. He completed his six blocks. So what will happen? He will join you again in the right side. So now you can see how it's work. Mr. A, who was joined under you in the left side, completed his cycle, and the same Mr. A is now in your right side. So now he will complete here also his cycle, and again he will join you in the right side. So that's the beauty of this concept. But there is one drawback of this thing. If you don't complete your two directs and you completed your cycle, the moment you complete your cycle, you will be out of the system. You will be out of that group. Reason being, this is a society, so everybody needs to contribute to make the society more strong. So if you are not contributing, you will be out of the system. So you have to start the entire process from the beginning. You have to buy license key, you have to do registration, you have to find a sponsor and all those things. So this company follows the rule we and our two. So everybody has to do those things to make this society more strong and make the payment more faster. So if everybody is completing their two, the cycle will finish so fast and everybody will get money so fast. There is another income in Real 50 is Real 50 club credits. So what they are doing, they are distributing the total collected 25% of the total collected license fee. It's also an appreciable move because nobody distribute any money from the collected fees, but they are doing it to promote our morale or our motivation. So they have created club from bronze to premium. So the condition to be in a bronze is 10 direct and the distribution is 10%. For silver is 25 direct, distribution is 7%. For gold is 50 direct, distribution is 5%. Platinum is 100 direct and distribution is 3%. So this is a extra earning which you can get if you are doing more directs. And this earning is like every month they calculate all the money what they have collected from the license key and they distribute 25% in all the groups. That's it, guys. If you have any question regarding the plan, how it works, drop me a private message. Or if you want to join with me, drop me a private message. You can send me a email ID if you cannot talk. So I will send you other information regarding the plan to your email ID. Or you can drop me your social ID link like Facebook, Skype, Telegram so that we can talk through social IDs. Or you can drop me your mobile number so that we can talk through WhatsApp. That's it, guys. Hope you like this presentation, and if you have any query, any problem, please drop me a message and have a nice day.